So this is the third wager mode match that I played since having Black Ops, and in my opinion it is definitely the best wager mode. Welcome back everybody, thanks for tuning in, thanks for subscribing. Walrus here, we're playing Sticks and Stones on launch, and I'm going to talk a little bit about this game mode, and then I'm going to drop some tips and tricks on you that will help you stay in the money or perhaps get first place. So Sticks and Stones, everybody starts off with the three hardest weapons to use in the game. And that's the crossbow, the ballistic knife, and the tomahawk. There are no kill streaks, and at some point really early on in the game, a radar comes on that reveals the location of everybody that's playing, and it stays on for the entire game. So tip number one, when the game starts, immediately switch to the ballistic knife. Why, you ask? Well, I'll tell you why. I've found that for some reason, and I don't know what the reason is, but I think that there is an advantage that the ballistic knife has with a melee attack. And I'm not sure if you knife or melee faster or more accurately or from farther away, but I think there is an advantage to using the melee attack with the ballistic knife as opposed to using a melee attack while you're holding the crossbow. And as you saw at the beginning of this game and a lot of the other wager mode or a lot of the other Sticks and Stones games that I've played, as soon as the game starts, you come into a close quarters combat situation with somebody within the first 5 or 10 seconds of the game, and having that extra advantage with the melee attack is going to bring you out on top. So that's tip number one. Tip number two, learn the maps in combat mode or combat training mode. Once you've learned the maps, you get comfortable with them, play a couple of rounds of Sticks and Stones and get familiar with the routes that people like to take and the places on the map that people like to like to go to. And the reason for that is that's going to make you more effective with the crossbow. You won't necessarily have to stick anybody, but just from knowing the location of where everybody's at, knowing the map, and knowing the routes that people like to take, you'll be able to put down a crossbow explosive grenade tip in advance in anticipation of where people are going to be, and you'll pick up a kill that way, maybe 2, maybe 3. I've gotten a couple of triples just by using that radar, knowing where people are going to go to, and putting down an explosive crossbow tip where they're going to be and having them run over it rather than trying to stick them with it. So that's tip number 2. Tip number 3. The most important factor in this game is the tomahawk, and the reason for that is because regardless of the amount of kills that you have, if you get tomahawked, you're now in last place and you are in jeopardy of losing all the money that you put up. So that being said, and knowing how important the tomahawk is, wait to use it. You should not be using your tomahawk 5-10 seconds into the game. You should use it at an appropriate time once the game has developed and people have had a chance to advance and what have you on the list of who's first and who's going to be last. So use your tomahawk accordingly, wait to use it, wait till the game is developed, and then go ahead and bust that sucker out. So thanks for watching, you guys. If anybody knows what determines when or how that radar goes on at the beginning of the game, whether it's kills or time, please put that in the comments because I'd be really interested to know, and I don't know. So thanks again, guys. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Later.